Ladies and gentlemen, good day to you. Make sure my mic's not muted here. Hope that you all are having a fantastic day. And if not, hopefully we can make it a little bit better. Booting up the game in the background here since it takes so long to load up. I probably could have timed that a little bit better, but that's okay. All right, so we had a short stream yesterday. Had a house guest, and so we cut it short. Didn't have any PUBG today. We were back in it with both games, and back to the boss, back to Bode. We were going to try and beat him today. Yeah. I know, I suck. But, we're going to give it our best shot here and finally wrap this game up. I don't know how much longer I can stay sane and, keep getting my ass kicked at this, so. Get into it. Just a thing in here. Second. All right, let's do this. I am getting so sick of this dude. So freaking sick of him. Get this done. Let's move on. Get into some Halo. I mean, this has got to be at the end of the game, right? Okay, let's do this.
Distract him, and I will strike from the shadows.
Got a trick for you. Stay away from Anna. Hit me. Let's do this.
Come on, man.
You can't beat me, Cal.
Ugh, wind blowing on my mind.
Watch the blood! You will break!
Let's do this.
Distract him! I will strike from the shadows.
Hit me. Hey, BD.
Why won't you block those shots? Come on, man.
Disappointing. This is my home now. Ready? Help me, help me! Here!
will strike from the shadows.
Got a trick for you. That hurt? Need an assist. Die. Not a chance. It's over. BD, here. Let's do this. Disappointing.
hit me.
Can't beat me, Cal.
No! You know, I really like the game up till this point. Right now, I cannot fucking stand it.
My home now.
Yield! Stand still!
Let's do this.
You will break!
Disappointing.
You will yield! Distract him! I will strike from the shadows.
A little help, bud.
Hurt. Die now.
I'm hit. Hey, Jimmy. Need a stim.
Always been stronger. Hurt.
Here.
Doesn't matter. I jump out of the way of his attacks and he just throws them right on me.
Well done. Distract him. I will strike from the shadows.
A full block meter, I'm holding block. He's not blocking shit.
Stim right here.
See, not only are his regular attacks unblockable, so are the red attacks. Full block meter, holding block, and he just fucking pounds right through.
Distract him. I will strike from the shadows.
on!
I know your moves. What you got, Kestis? Resist. Got a trick for you. Resist.
Little help, BD.
I know you're weak. Always been stronger.
Stim, please. BD, stim.
Distract him! I will strike from the shadows.
Toss me one, BD. Right here, bud.
That's it. Bleed out.
Help me! Here!
Eat shit and die, Bode.
Don't put this on your daughter.
Bode, we know what it's like to grow up alone.
Please, listen to them, Papa.
Oh, man.
And when the Empire comes, will you be able to protect my little girl? I'm sorry, God. I tried.
No, Papa!
Stay back!
Oh! Now you cross the line. Jesus, what a piece of shit.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks.
Good. We should speak. I was not much older than you when I lost my family. For many years I carried this pain. I did not want to feel better.
Why?
I thought if I let go of the pain, I would be letting go of the people I loved.
Hey, Jedi
But I
Dave.
was wrong.
It's just a green screen
And
through
one day,
OBS.
I met someone who also lost his family.
I think it's called Chroma Key.
Together we found another way to survive. This pain is yours. It is part of you.
But like, I literally have a green screen hanging behind me.
When my mother died, it changed Papa.
It's super easy to do.
And me too, I guess.
Yes. But it does not have to define you. And you must not let it consume you.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You don't have to do a green screen. Like, you can just do a wall and key it to your wall color. But the green screen is just kind of the easiest, you know? Like, you could do a blue screen or, you know, even just your wall, but... Yeah, you could key it to white. The reflectiveness of the wall may be a problem. Yeah, and green screens are cheap. So there's a lot of expensive ones on Amazon, but I got one of the cheaper ones, and I just, you know, stapled it to my wall, and yeah, easy to do. And it's huge. It's way bigger than I actually need, but I got a really big one for a really cheap price, so I went with it. Oh, she's gonna put her little toy up there, isn't she? Yeah, there you go. That would work. Just don't wear anything purple, you know, on camera, and you'll be all good. Yeah, absolutely, Dave. Yeah, I'd be interested. Thank you. That's the kind of funeral I want. Viking style. Except they need a lot more wood than that. Yeah, exactly. One thing people don't think about is the smell when you do something like that.
You saved my life on Bracca. You let me walk my own path when I needed to. You taught me what it truly means to be a Jedi. Now you're gone. We will continue your legacy, Seer. We will build something that can outlast the Empire. I promise you that. I promise. But I'm scared. I almost lost myself. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for what comes next.
Auto mod. Oh yeah, I know. I'll approve it as soon as I'm done. I can't easily pull my mouse out of the game. Like a lot of games, I can just input the Steam overlay and then I can pull my mouse off to my second monitor and do everything. This game won't let me do that. So I have to like fully tab out and it may kill the cinematic, so
Cal,
yeah,
guide her through the darkness.
this game's kind of a pain in the ass that way. You know, I was thinking about that. How long have I've been live barely over an hour. Yeah, I may go back in. I don't know, like, will it give me that option to, like, to go back into the world and just kind of free roam it? Let me see if I can, there we go. Get my mouse back. Oh, I didn't approve it quick enough, and so it expired it. Oh, that's funny. That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to see about giving that a shot. I still have still have a few hours before I switch over to PUBG, and that would save me having to go and relabel everything for Halo. So, yeah, I think I may do that. Always let the credits run, just as you know, out of respect for the people that made the game, you know, kind of give them their due. At least on stream. If I'm not on stream, then I skip that shit right away. So this is the last Star Wars game that I'll be playing, you know, until some new stuff comes out. I started with Dark Forces, which came out in 1995, to Dark Forces 2, Mysteries of the Sith, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy, Knights of the Old Republic 1, 2, The Force Unleashed 1, The Force Unleashed 2, Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. I may have even missed one, but that's 11 games right there. And of all the console ports, this one was my favorite. Fallen Order wasn't bad, but but this game was a little snappier, so I appreciate that. I like the integrated cutscenes. It keeps you in the action, or the cinematics. They're not really cut screens, I suppose, anymore. You know, with like Dark Forces, it's so drastic because the game graphics, you know, look like crap. They're, you know, massive pixels, and then you cut to like a low res cinematic, and so it definitely kind of pulls you out of the experience. But I like this much better than the Force Unleashed. Force Unleashed 1 wasn't bad. It introduced a lot of dynamic movement. You got to do a lot of jumping around and cool stuff like that we hadn't seen in previous games. But in my opinion, Starkiller was so overpowered and the storylines just didn't make sense. Especially number 2. And number 2 was such a short game. Like, I beat it in less than 8 hours. And so, you know, if I had bought that at full price when it first came out, I would have been pissed. And, you know, to have him defeat Vader, but not kill him, have him defeat the Emperor, not kill him, you know, and call it that it was the Jedi way just didn't make sense, you know, that by letting those people live, you know, you doomed millions of other people to death. And that just didn't make sense. So, you know, it's kind of disappointing that that they would even bring that storyline in place. The destructible environment of Force Unleashed 1 was pretty cool. You got to do some neat stuff there, rip things off walls and throw them at, you know, at stormtroopers and all that. So that was pretty neat. I kind of missed that in Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. You know, I thought that was kind of a cool thing that they had brought in. Obviously not huge to the game though, and probably a whole ton of extra work to, you know, to make such a destructible environment, which is one reason you probably only saw that in in The Force Unleashed and not the second one. The second one was much more toned down. The storylines, though, this storyline has been good. The Cal Kestis storyline, you know, it's trying to stand up against, you know, half a dozen games with Kyle Katarn, and those were great. And then Knights of the Old Republic, absolutely fantastic. Great storyline. You got to make choices that influence things. And, you know, you got to, you know, kind of decide the fate of the galaxy. You know, are you going to go light side or dark side? Or, you know, are you going to kill this person? Are you going to let him live? What are the consequences of that going to be? And since then, they really haven't done that. And I'm sure it's a lot of extra writing and, you know, a lot more work, but I think it's worth it. You know, with Force Unleashed, I remember a review that somebody had left a negative review on Steam saying, I wanted to be the bad guy and you guys forced me to be the good guy. And coming from, you know, like Knights of the Old Republic 2 and those, I can see that person's, you know, viewpoint. And so, you know, they've lost some storytelling along the way. You know, being able to make your own decisions. Like here, you know, with Jedi Survivor, you had a few chat options. You know, like I remember one was like, you know, to tell the prospectors that's too risky or be safe. That doesn't really change the outline of the story at all. It's just, it doesn't even probably change the conversation that they, you know, prompt back to you. Production babies. That's funny. And so, you know, I think some of the Star Wars storyline, unfortunately has been lost. And so I would like to see that come back in, you know, with the great graphics and all that. But even with that, I don't think the graphics make up for the lack of a dynamic storyline. You know, one thing I really like about Deus Ex, 2001 Game of the Year, I've played it multiple times. I've got multiple endings. And I knew, so when I played the game the first time, I get betrayed by one of my colleagues. And so when I went to replay that game the next time, I was like, you know what? I wonder if I can kill them before they betray me. And I was able to. And that drastically changed the storyline. You know, it cut out a whole chunk of my interaction with them and things that they would do. And so, you know, and it put me on edge with their partner, you know, who's like, I know that it was you that killed them, even though I can't prove it type thing. And that's such a cool thing to be able to drastically alter a storyline and to get so many different endings out of one game. And, you know, here, I mean, this game, you know, I haven't paid full price for any of the Star Wars games. This was, I think, the most expensive that I bought, but even at that, I bought it on like 50% off or something. To, you know, these older games that are cheaper are so much more involved than these new games that are crazy expensive. And it's like they keep trying to push the limit of how expensive can we make a game before people finally, you know, don't buy it. And I think EA is one of the worst at that. They're one of the greediest, if not the greediest, game studio out there. You know, microtransactions, the prices of their games, there's so much in there that they're just trying to milk every dollar out of everyone. And so, you know, that's disappointing. It puts the focus on, you know, making as much money as possible and not giving the user or the player the best experience possible. And I think that if you switch that around and you focus on, let's give our players the best experience possible, let's give them the best storyline possible, the money will come. You know, you don't have to, you know, charge, you know, $100 for a game for it to be profitable when it gets out there and people are reviewing it saying, oh my God, this storyline is absolutely amazing. I can choose if I want to be a good guy, if I want to be a bad guy. You know, you you have to focus on the right things. And I think that applies to any business, regardless. So I think they've kind of, lost their way in that regard. But as far as, Jedi, what was the first one? Fallen Order, and Jedi Survivor, I really enjoyed them, much more so than I did The Force Unleashed. This game, even as much as I struggled with it, I still really enjoyed the process and the storyline. The last fight with Bo, extremely frustrating for me. So all of my 4 hours on this game yesterday were trying to beat him. I think like 3 hours of the previous stream, an hour of this one. So I spent a solid, 8 hours of playtime just trying to beat this bastard. And it seemed, and I don't know if maybe I was doing something wrong, that, it seemed like when it wouldn't seem like I was holding down block. I would be holding down block and he would just be pounding through the block, and I have a full block meter and it's just not doing anything. So I think that may have been, it must have been a me issue. So that's the only thing that I really found frustrating. Vader was tough as well, but and at any point I could have lowered down the difficulty just to get through it. But I became so invested at beating him at the current difficulty that I didn't want to do that. So if you are just there for a storyline and kind of an easy win, that is possible. I can't even imagine what it would be like to try and beat Vader and Bode on the hardest level. I can't even imagine. It doesn't help that I really suck with controllers. I never have really played controller games. It's always been keyboard and mouse, and you can't do that with these games. They were designed to be played with a controller. And so trying to do it on keyboard and mouse is just this clunky, horrible experience. And so that's one thing that, has kind of annoyed me, starting with The Force Unleashed, is not being a controller guy. Thankfully I have one, just as, in case I need it. I never planned on actually using it, but I have an Xbox controller, and it turned out, oh, hey, no, I actually really need this to, to complete the game, or even to just be competitive in it. And so, my, lack of familiarity with a controller, lack of, remembering all these, combos and AA hold B, AA trigger, just all that stuff. Like, my brain just is not built around, that's not what I grew up doing. So it's, it's like a whole new skill that I have to learn and try and remember all these different combos, as opposed to just button mashing. So that was always a challenge for me. But it has been a ton of fun going through the Star Wars games, starting with Dark Forces, from 1995, and getting it to run on a computer that, basically has all the latest hardware in it. I've got a 4090, I've got an Intel 13900, and all this stuff. And granted, it was actually the Star Wars community that made that possible. If you just download Dark Forces and try and play it, it's not going to work. So I had to, do some research and find, mods that were made by the community that would actually allow it to work. And that's the way it's been with a lot of these Star Wars games, which is sad in a way. It really should, if a studio is still selling a game, it should have modern day support to it. You should, with no issues, be able to install it on a modern computer and go. Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, a lot of issues there. I didn't need to, I don't think I needed to install any third-party, patches or anything. But it was very frustrating that after a fight would end, I wouldn't be able to move my character. Eventually that kind of worked itself out. But still, it's very frustrating to have to, you end a fight, you can't move, so you have to quick save and then quick load. So that got old real quick, but I was able to power through. So it just kind of furthermore, shows the greed of, these companies that are, still selling games that, without outside help, without the community supporting them, they wouldn't work. And so Star Wars does have a very passionate community around them, which is awesome. They do the work, they put out the patches themselves. They're not getting paid for this. That, allow these games to still run. And so it's kind of, in face of, all the greed and, um, annoyance by the game companies, the community is really what holds it together. And I think maybe the game companies have come to rely on that, oh, we don't have to keep these games updated. Somebody else out there will, make sure that they run. And, and that's disappointing. I think that they should really do better in that regard. But it has been amazing, to start at the beginning and work my way through and there's a lot of Star Wars games I haven't played. I just try to stick with kind of like the Jedi Knight storyline. To see, such advancements in the games, the graphics between Jedi Survivor and Dark Forces. Oh my goodness, huge pixels in Dark Forces, and, like you can look up and down, but you can't even do it with your mouse. It requires you have to use your keys to do it. And then every few years they would release a new one, and little things would get better, and this and that. And so it's been pretty amazing to see the evolution that has taken place over the last, so 95, 05, 15, 25, so nearly the last 30, some odd years, nearly 40 years of Star Wars games and how they've evolved. And so that's really a testament, to how great the community is that you can still be releasing these games, that many years later. The original movie came out in, I think, 77? And solid. Yep, we ended him. Bode is buried. If you want to jump back and be able to see it, it took a little while, but I was able to finally get it done. If you pull it up on YouTube, I don't know why Twitch doesn't have the ability to act like a DVR and jump around in a stream, but you can on YouTube, and it is live on YouTube right now. So if you want to see that specific fight where I finally got it done, it is there. But I mean, it's, that was like, I mentioned this a little bit ago. It was like an 8-hour fight for me. I did like 3 hours the first day trying to get to him. I did 4 hours yesterday, trying to get through him. And then finally an hour into the stream today, I got it done. But to go through the evolution of the Star Wars games and see not only how graphics have advanced, but controls have advanced. It's been pretty cool, and I'm kind of sad that I'm at the end of Star Wars games for now, but at the same time I'm excited to move on to something else. And it's kind of funny, when I was especially playing like Dark Forces, they have the original soundtrack from the movies in them. And so I'd be sitting here playing this going, man, I really want to watch, Star Wars and, Return of the Jedi and, all the originals, because that's the soundtracks that they pulled from. So now Cal is a gray Jedi. I would say so, yeah. Because he definitely had to use some darkness to beat Bode. And so I would call Cal, a gray Jedi, which is basically what Luke was as well. He used, forbidden stuff. And so, I think they both fall into that, and which I think is the correct way that it should be. Is using Force lightning evil, and should be forbidden, like the Jedi Council said. Well, it's just a tool. It's like a kitchen knife. Is a kitchen knife evil? Well, it makes your dinner. You can also stab somebody with it. So it's not the instrument, it's the motive behind it and the action that is good or evil. And so, I think that the Jedi Council was very short-sighted. They were so scared of the dark side that, I think that's ultimately part of what, came their undoing. And, they shunned the gray Jedis, for not following their path. And essentially the Jedi, the Jedi of the Old Republic were extremists. And, I don't believe it in extremism in any sense. And because of their extremism, they were like the Sith in a lot of ways. Even though they tried to be the polar opposite, they still were defeated because of their own ego, and their short-sightedness, their narrow-mindedness. Whereas if they had a more gray approach to things, they would have had a much bigger outlook. Canceled anyone who had a different view. Jedi of the Age didn't have to fight the Empire. Yep, exactly. And saying Jedis aren't warriors, they're peacekeepers, and they frowned upon wearing armor. They frowned upon Anakin focusing so much on his dueling. And I think that all was, part of their short-sightedness. If they don't want to be a warrior organization, that's great. But if you're in a war, wear some armor, damn it. Be smart. Don't ostracize people and cut them out because, they want to wear armor into a battle and, to protect themselves and be able to do their job better. If somebody likes dueling, things like that, even video games are a form of meditation. So when I'm sitting here fighting Bode, I'm not thinking about a bill I need to pay. I'm not thinking about, troubles in my life or, whatever. I am fully in the moment, involved in what's going on. And, so however people can find that, I think that's great. A lot of people find it through sex. You're so in the moment, you're not thinking about other things, or video gaming. It's a form, granted, it's, not in the truest sense of, a meditative state, but it is a kind of clearing out of all the other junk that's going on. And so, the Jedi with, not liking Anakin focusing on dueling so much and, holding that against him, in a sense helped create Vader and turn him into, what he was. And granted, Anakin had issues. There's no doubt beyond it. He was egotistical. He was temperamental. He acted like a little baby. But I think that, they could have done a better job in handling that instead of constantly chastising him, to find a way to encourage him, in a productive way. And so, but that just wasn't the Jedi, the way that the Jedi did things. And so, stuff like that ultimately led to their downfall. Their rigidness, contributed to that. And if they could have been a more flexible organization, a little bit more accepting, they would have been ready to meet the Sith problem and deal with it more effectively. So, it's a good example of extremism, leading to its own downfall. And, and they're a perfect story. Everybody says, oh, the Sith were arrogant and, overconfident and all this stuff. So were the Jedi. That's how they lost the Republic in the first place. And they, the Jedi were some condescending POSs too. Oh man. They're these, galactic peacekeepers and, walking around with, puffed up chests and powers and all this. And so they weren't exactly the greatest bunch out there. They were, judge and jury in their own minds. And so they essentially were, nearly their own worst enemy. I think it has, it's been cool in the video game scene to see like Kyle Katarn. Kyle would use Force Lightning. I remember seeing that in the game. I was like, holy crap, that's awesome. And when I would play through like Jedi Academy and all that, Luke would always have a frowny face because I was very gray in my Force meter. At least that was the reason I think he had a frowny face. But it's, what you need to do to get the job done. And, it was like the Jedi thought that any touch of anything that could be used by the dark side was an instant path to evil. And that's not the case. That viewpoint never serves anybody. They were such a sheltered group essentially that, they never saw their own end coming. And that's what happens when you're stagnant like that. The Jedi had, for thousands of years had never faced any foe. They thought they were, king of the hill. There was nobody out there that could take them on. And so their complacency and their arrogance got the best of them. And that happens to, empires to this day. Look at, the fall of major empires in the past. If you're not continually evolving, then you become stagnant and essentially get left behind by, the rest of the universe. And so when they were finally then faced with a problem, I mean, they handed the Republic over, to the Empire, said, hey, great, here you go, guys. And none of them, had that, had the wherewithal to go, hey, what's really going on here? Doesn't this seem like a little bit of a setup? And so, it definitely makes for, a lot of great tales, a lot of good lessons. I would, we all like to think that if this was a real universe that, we could pop into, that we would be a Jedi or, doing something cool like that. Realistically, we would probably be very similar to people that we are now. How many of us are, superstar athletes or, things like that today. So, we may just be, mud scuffers in the Star Wars universe, but, it's fun to think about putting ourselves in there and, getting to experience those different things and, being able to, exist with the Force. And, the worst thing that ever happened to the Force was this midichlorian thing. Yoda perfectly explained it. It needed no farther explanation than the energy, essentially the energy of the universe. And that was the perfect explanation right there. And blood test, oh my goodness. A quantifiable number. I don't understand why they went down that road in the slightest. It was one of the worst things that they could have ever done. And as the energy of the universe, that made sense even, to us, saying, okay, if you break something down to its smallest level, it is essentially, energy. You break things down to atoms. Well, what is an atom? And so, to go and then administer a blood test that's going to tell somebody's Force ability, was just a slap in the face, in my opinion, to, kind of the mysticism of Star Wars. And so I'm glad that, the games, basically stayed away from that. And, ever since that was brought up in episode 1, I only recall one other time that it has been brought up. I don't remember where it was. May have been in a show or something, but like I've only ever heard it mentioned one other time. And thankfully, I'm glad they just kind of let that die. It was not a good explanation for for the Force and being Force sensitive and all that. So there's a lot about the prequels that were horrible, especially Episode 1. Jar Jar Binks has got to be the number one. The clunky dialogue with Anakin. Now this is pod racing. It's it's kind of like Lucas forgot who his audience was, which I get. These movies came out, what, 30 years after the originals. He's a different person, and so he's trying to bring a new generation into Star Wars, but he made it so kiddie that, it was just kind of like, a slap in the face to the original Star Wars fans. And I remember going and seeing it in the theater. And I was like, okay, I'm happy to see more of Star Wars. But, I was really sad about the Jar Jar Binks and the things, that the avenue they took. And the actors for those, the actor for Jar Jar Binks and Anakin were, basically tortured over their roles. It was horrible for them. They were bullied incessantly for it. The actor who played Jar Jar Binks finally got a Jedi role in, I don't remember what series. I don't think it was Mandalorian. Anyway, he got a role to kind of, come back into Star Wars as not, a stupid, cheesy, one-dimensional character. And, kind of, which I'm sure was, kind of felt like redemption for him. But holy cow, these are some long credits. And they got better. Episode 2 was definitely better than Episode 1. Episode 3, we got to see the Obi-Wan and Anakin fight, which I think was a big part of the prequels. Like everybody watched the prequels, I think, to just see how, Vader came about. That was the only thing I was interested in. There's the Clone Wars and all that, and the Fate of the Republic, blah, 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 whatever. I want to see how Vader became Vader. And, so they brought us that. I've never been a fan of Anakin, how Anakin's character was portrayed. He was just a whiny little brat, and, just, I just wanted to kick his ass and take his lunch money, And so, I wanted to see Vader formed a different way, rather than kind of just being so pathetic. Because Vader, pre the prequels, essentially, original Vader was such a badass. Nobody could stand up to him. He was, he was an unstoppable force. And then kind of you see behind the mask and you get down to, when he's Anakin, and it's just like, man, this guy is just a whiny little brat. So that was, personally tough for me to then take him seriously at that point. But, that's, that's how he was written out. And it's kind of funny to psychoanalyze Vader and who he was, and probably definitely was bipolar, had borderline personality disorder, all these things based off of the stuff that he went through, and his experiences, and just essentially lack of anybody really reining him in, and that was, he needed to be reined in some ways. In other ways, he needed to be encouraged. And, you don't help a person grow by, if somebody's really into something, you don't help them grow by beating them down on it and say, no, you don't need to do that. You should focus on this instead. You know, find a way to turn what they're passionate about or have a lot of interest in, you know, into something productive. And so that's, you know, that's a way that, you know, Anakin was very much mishandled by the Jedi Council, who, you know, didn't want him there in the first place. And so he was just kind of the redheaded stepchild in a sense. You know, nobody wanted him there. They viewed him as a liability. They didn't want, you know, him pursuing his interests of, you know, of dueling and stuff like that. And so, you know, you know, they essentially brought Vader on themselves. But, you know, nevertheless, one of the greatest storylines in history. If you have the opportunity, I highly recommend reading the books. Unfortunately, when Disney got Star Wars, they said everything outside of the movies is non-canonical now. You know, it's a fever dream, basically, which was very, very disappointing, because the storylines that were out there were fantastic. You know, we see Luke get married to Mara Jade. Han and Leia have children, and not the pathetic, you know, Kylo Ren that we see in the sequels. You know, the Young Jedi Knight book series, awesome books. I loved reading those. I would like to read them all in order, you know, someday. I never got to do them all in order. You know, I would have been, you know, occasionally be able to, you know, talk my dad into stopping by a used bookstore and, you know, shelling out, you know, some books or shelling out some money for some books. So I've only read, you know, part of them and not the full series, but it's a great series to read through, you know, even as an adult, or a kid, you know, some great storylines in there. You know, Han and Leia have the twins, you know, plus a third child. And, you know, there was so much there. You got to, you know, see Luke continue on. You got to, you know, see other, you know, who came after the Empire. You know, there was so much there. Well, here we go.
Well, not exactly what we expected. But this place is our home now.
Yeah, Grease. Yeah, I guess it is. Still got a lot of work ahead of us.
It will take time to contact the hidden path.
And find the anchorites.
And build a saloon. I mean, the place is creepy, but it does have franchise potential.
This belongs with you.
It belongs with all of us. What do you think, kid? Should we give it a shot?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Ah, that's the spirit. Oh, that's great. Come on, I'll bet you're hungry. I'll make you something to eat. Did you ever have a scaz stick?
You have reached the end of your journey. However, the galaxy can be freely explored, and there may yet be secrets left to discover. New Journey Plus is now available from the main menu. All stances and cosmetics from previous games will be unlocked, along with some new perks and lightsaber colors. Skill points will also carry over to your new game. New Journey Plus. Purity grants a massive increase in weapon damage for both friend and foes. Warrior replaces standard enemies with new, more difficult combat encounters. Trendsetter randomizes your cosmetics on death. Huh. Okay. Hey, thanks, Jupeek. Good to see you, bud. Alright. Let's go. What's up,
Time
Marin?
to see if that compass is still working.
Why wouldn't it be?
With my luck.
It is a mechanical object. You have no control over it.
Fair enough.
Love Marin.
Where should we take her first?
Let's head out.
Let's go finish up Kobo.
Headed to Kobo? Drinks are on me. Actually, forget that last bit. Got it. You're gonna love Kobo.
What's it like?
Oh, lots of waterfalls. Everything grows there. It's great.
Don't forget Pyloon Saloon. Grease is the owner.
Is there music?
Yes. And they love to take requests.
Okay. I hope they have Trandoshan funk. That's my favorite.
I think BD1 has been one of my favorite companions of the Star Wars games so far. He's, he's a cool little dude
Nice
with a
front
lot of
cowl.
personality.
Coming in.
Right.
I need to clear my mind.
What are my stances? Single and double. Yeah, I kind of went all in on the single and double blade. Seems to give me the best options when fighting Bode. I lost nearly all my telekinesis points,
Have you heard about the uptick in Imperial
So-
patrols, Bucky?
that'll be interesting.
Cal, I've been meaning to ask. With the Empire everywhere, do you think Rambler's Reach has a chance?
Reminds me of something a friend of mine once said. One of the wisest men I've known. Hope will always survive in those who continue to fight. I believe that to be true. But things are probably going to get worse before we can make them better.
Yeah. But that does not mean I'm going to let the Empire destroy Kobo's history.
And I guess there's still hope, isn't there?
Some other time, okay?
You know, I came here for a change of pace. Now we got a Star Destroyer lurking overhead. I should just sample it for my new album. Turn all that aggression into something creative.
You sticking around Kobo with everything going on?
Oh, sure. Sounds like a few people might bow out, and I can't blame them. But I've got art to make. There's something special about Kobo. A heartbeat. It's faint, but there if you listen. That's what I'm after. You have more songs to bring me, Cal. They're waiting.
What do I want to hear? I'm thinking this one.
The Empire. So afraid of what it cannot control. Culture is our shield. But to them, it is a threat.
Like what the Empire did to the Wookiees on Kashyyyk.
So many traditions. Extinct. And yet, it might prove the Empire's downfall. An intelligent empire would co-opt the cultures it conquers, wielding it against their enemies. This one is rigid, obstinate. When the right threat arrives, it will be unable to adapt to it.
Hope so.
Not hope. This is known. The only question is when. I must be alone now.
The Finnow brothers and their pet murder droid Cleo were last seen heading to the Nova Garen system. Those brothers are tough customers. Focus on taking one down so the numbers don't overwhelm you.
We've faced worse odds.
Now that's what I like to hear, killer.
Guess you were right about the Empire all along, Moran.
I assume you're referring to the Star Destroyer blotting our sky.
Yeah. You leaving Kobo?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'll slum it here a while longer.
Why?
I mentioned Dreo, my old partner. Never told him I fled here. Poor fool probably doesn't know I'm alive.
Have you tried to contact him?
Can't bring myself to. There's enough shame to go around.
Don't wait, or you might miss your chance.
Perhaps. Or perhaps I'll drown my sorrows a little while longer. See you around, Cal.
Got a second, Monk?
The weather report is cloudy with a 100% chance of Star Destroyer.
Can't believe the Empire sent one all the way out here.
Indeed. Pretty soon you'll be able to count Empire-free planets on one hand.
Hang in there, Monk. Grease and I are working on something you might be interested in.
He did mention something about a franchise opportunity. That Star Destroyer's not going anywhere. Maybe I should strike up a new beverage to mark the occasion.
Till next time, pal.
Cal, did you hear? That fool Grok got done in by an Imperial patrol.
Grok's dead?
As a scrap heap. Even told the old bastard to be careful when he left.
You sent him alone?
I thought he could handle it. He was just nabbing a fuel injector. At least the fuel injector didn't take a single hit. That geezer sure didn't know his way around a payload.
Guess you and Grok weren't so close, huh?
No, this is what the old man would have wanted. Call it my bereavement tax. Come back later, yeah?
Gotta be another way. Always an angle, always. Lost a family, looking for a new one. I can relate, Cal, but you gotta make a choice. The future or the past. Can't have it all. Not in this galaxy. Yeah, that could work.
Screw you, Bode.
Cal, the Empire's set its sights on Kobo, and everyone's jumping planet. Now, it's not my nature to stick my nose in other people's business. But are you leaving too?
For now. You gonna be alright?
Better than all right. I've got a plan. This might surprise you, but I've been pushed around my whole life. No one ever took me seriously, and I can use that to my advantage. And just when the Empire lets its guard down, that's when I strike.
We've all gotta fight the Empire however we can.
That's right. I'm a Kobo local and proud of it. This is my home, and I'm gonna defend it. Hiya.
That bioma's no longer a threat.
Well done. Can't say I'm surprised. You and Beatty are tough customers. That giant piazza you sweet talk reminds me of a time when I was out on a mountain hike with my older brother. We came across a Tibity. Ever seen one?
Yeah, those are enormous.
No kidding. Beautiful specimen. Was gonna leave well enough alone. Then, all of a sudden, the Tibity snatches my brother and takes flight. I scramble up a cliffside. Didn't want to hurt Tibity, mind you, but I had to save my brother. Threw my spear, pierced the beast straight through.
That must have been quite the throw. How'd you manage it?
What choice did I have? Brother fell, got a few scrapes. He was lucky. Wish I could have talked that Tibity down. But there are some fights you just can't avoid. Be seeing you.
Hey, Grease. Know where Kata is?
Upstairs, I think. I'm just glad she didn't find the kitchen. That kid eats like a starving rancor. I gotta pick up some more scat steaks before we head out.
No one makes them like you, Grease.
And don't you forget it. Scat steaks, synth milk. Oh, I gotta make a list.
Can you believe these Imperials strutting around like they own the bloody place?
That's what they do best.
And you know who to blame, don't you?
Who?
That blabbermouth Tor. who first let it slip that this here rock is brimming with river-clear priorite. Put a target on our backs, it did. I bet those Imperials are using the priorite to construct some secret weapon. Or a palace.
Be nice, BD.
All right, laugh it up. We'll see who's right. Call me a loon, but I'm starting to think Turgle might have a hand in all this.
That's ridiculous.
Fine, fine. Just a theory.
Bloody! Look at this! The tank is a bustle! A veritable fishing colony!
Think there's room for more?
Aye, but though it brings a tear to my eye, I fear we may be reaching capacity. Too many more, and old Scuba won't be able to wet his flippers without slapping the fishy. I'll see you out in the wide world, laddie. The hunt continues.
You're back! When the race failed, I feared the worst.
We made it. And I've got the compass.
Well done! Then it's all over, is it?
Or just the beginning. It's gonna take a lot to get Tanalor ready for the others. Wanna come with us?
I appreciate the offer, but this cantina really has become a home.
Glad to hear it, Z.
Think about it. You are seeing Master Kree's dream through. Now don't watch it up.
These look interesting.
Return anytime. I'll be here.
What about us, Marin?
What about us, Cal?
I can't go back to the way things were with us.
Nor can I. But things are not so simple now, are they?
Were they ever simple?
Perhaps not. But we will figure it out. Together. Sometimes I think about who I would have become had we not met. What a strange galaxy we live in.
Alright, 9 of 12. 3 more I need to get.
Gal, just in time.
What's happening?
Zeke here thinks we should leave Gobo, but I'm not so sure.
You were right. It's not safe here anymore. What if the Empire attacks?
I don't intend to live my life based on the whims of our capricious Empire.
What do you think, Cal?
I can't tell you whether it's safer to stay or go. You're better off if you stick together.
Yes, I think so too. We'll let you know if we decide to leave.
Hey there.
Nope.
Our garden's almost full, buddy.
Wonderful. New seeds. Plant one. I'll share its details.
Star, wonder where you are. Go star.
Where can I even plant it? I got up there yet?
I see you found new seeds. Plant one, and I'll tell you all about it.
Where can I plant
Let's
it?
sow some new seeds. This is a new one. I bet Peely has more information.
Garden in peace, and you bring peace to all.
Can't plant any seeds.
There you are. What are you doing?
Peely is teaching me about her garden.
She's got a green thumb.
No, she doesn't.
It means she's good with plants.
Oh, okay. I like pruning best.
Plants can't grow unless you prune a few leaves here and there.
So she taught you too? How did you and Marin meet?
I visited her home planet when I was looking for something.
She likes you.
She didn't at first.
I think people are scared of her.
Are you?
No, I like her. Grease is going to teach me how to cook.
I hope you're a better chef than I am.
Why? Aren't you good?
I never put the time into it.
Your parents didn't teach you?
I didn't know them very well.
Oh. I think I understand.
Ooh, a bluebell squish. How fascinating. Its flower has a most unusual scent, drawn from the moss as it blooms. I find it quite pleasant. I see you planted a spine fluff. They are quite adorable, but beware. Nested amongst those plumes are some claw-sharp needles. A Kobo spiker. The name says it all. Protection from predators and quite effective. The flower is most intricate and beautiful, but its spines are so sharp that it is best observed from afar. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
A new specimen? Fascinating. Finish planting it, and I'll tell you what I know.
Well,
New seeds. Magnificent.
why don't you clear this area out?
I'll share what I know.
There is no room.
Keely? How old are you?
Why do you ask?
There's no room at the inn. Oh boy.
Focus.
Another one of these.
What are you doing here? I'm done. I've got you. Can anyone hit him? You broke it. You're going down.
Enemy approaches.
Take off. You can't keep
Stop this aggressor. Take point.
Just in time.
He's dangerous. Cannot stand against them.
Make the blaster bolt. We're out of gunner.
That did the trick.
Alright. Skill point out of it. Yeah, it seems so much darker there for a second. Weird. Alright, that's odd. Okay. Well, let's see what's left here. Mantis. Looks like there's things up this way behind me. Pommel.
Keely would want to see these seeds in the garden, but she knows something too.
Go. Okay. I guess that's it for there. I don't know where that... Wait a second. Right there. Oh, stupid mask. Come on. There we go. Gonna put it over there. No.
Ah, I was hoping you'd find seeds like that. Put one in the ground. I'll share what I've learned.
What the heck?
New seeds, magnificent. After you planted one, I'll share what I know.
Give me somewhere to
Introduce
plant
the
new seeds
species.
then.
After you plant it, I'll provide more detail.
Inside somewhere?
piece of gear. Zig could knock this dent out if you'd like.
Oh, no thanks. Helps me remember how I got it.
And how's that?
Bounty hunter. Made the mistake of pulling a blaster on my little girl.
Okay. Shouldn't be going there. Here. Oh.
So what'd you find?
Hey, Gunnar. Sorry if it took me a minute to notice your comment there. How you doing today?
Who? There's a stranger in these parts. I'm just looking around.
Well, away with ya! Nothing for you here!
You have nothing to fear.
I have nothing to fear.
Wow, that is one ugly
I'm
thing.
just a friend dropping by.
You're just a friend dropping by. In, quickly! You're letting the dust inside.
Are you all right?
You're a friend, Friends don't ask questions. Not friends of mine. Besides, there's much to do.
What are you planning to do?
Busy. No, not now, stranger. Let me be. Let me be. Much on the mind.
Strange.
That guy's weird. No! Hey, it's down here. Oh.
Brother, don't ignore me. You can't stop me. I won't let you!
Oh, I see, Gunnar. You
tried.
I understand. You had a comment on YouTube that I didn't notice. My apologies there. This is Jedi Survivor. All right. Whoa! What the heck, man?
He killed his own brother.
Yeesh. Doesn't have to be that way. Alright, well, did I at least get everything out of here? Yep. Looks like we have another next door. This one? Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're gonna play this game again. Can I do anything for us? Oh, come on. Jump off. Big wuss. Okay. several things in there I want access to. See if maybe not having it plugged in does anything for me. Nothing here. So what changes? Huh. Oh, wait. I wonder if I can slip in there. Drop down from the top. Okay. Has to be some way in there. Alright, we'll come back to that later. Go hit this meditation point. Where do you want to go? There's no meditation point near, so
I need to focus.
yeah, I'll give it a shot here. To peek. Give me a second.
Okay, let's go.
That look better? A little bit. I did notice it did change slightly. Oh, come on. Oh, it doesn't bother me either way. Ah, damn it. Come on, man.
Thanks, friend.
Does he keep immediately? All right, whatever. Let's take this. Oh, here we go. Here, buddy. That sounds big and ugly. Very big and very ugly. What are we gonna find down here? I hate those birds. Alright. I get anything? Was it a dud? Okay. Never seen that happen before. What the heck?
Nice. I don't know what we're having for dinner. All right.
Stay where you are. Just what are you trying to pull? We got laws around here.
Ugh, crick this, run!
Afraid not.
Alright. That looks kind of cool. According to this, I'm missing 2 other boxes. Can't find that. There we go. Alright. See if I can finally get this one now. Alright. Okay. What's my rumor here? Or the chamber? Grab that this way.
This building is definitely different than the rest.
Oh.
I need help.
Come on, man. Do your thing. Oh, I see. Okay.
Glad you're excited. What is it, buddy?
Go! That didn't work well. Around there.
This is important.
Did we scan this guy or something?
Got something? What'd you find?
No! No! Totally not what I meant to do. Nevertheless, here I am.
Enemy approaching.
Hey, bud, stim.
Ooh, better get out of here.
I need one.
Feel this.
Don't move.
That's a scratch. Hold the line. Make it count, Jedi. What? Not done yet?
There's the meditation chamber Toa mentioned.
You're hiding something, huh? Yes, you are. But I've come this far. Too much blood. Just a little further now.
Welcome, Jedi. Your mind is your greatest asset. Both blade and shield against dark forces. The Force moves through your thoughts and into your actions. Let it guide you now.
I almost feel sorry for you. BD, Stim! Now it's real.
Damn it.
Got you. You lack confidence. You're boring me. Your time of reckoning is at hand. Hey, BD.
Damn it.
Stim! Impressive.
Hey, Mando, how you doing, bud?
Do what you gotta do, buddy. Excellent.
These caves are a wonder.
Wait until you visit the monitoring station. The fungus there will amaze you.
Right. Everybody gets down on fungus. Thank you. Persistence.
The chambers are unique. Each one hones a different facet.
Interesting. We shall have to see how we can better facilitate your work.
Jedi and Republic, working together. I can barely remember a time like that.
Well, only getting into that one. Yeah, excuse me? Why didn't it? That's weird. Alright, yeah, we're good. Didn't show me injuring there, so I was a little weirded out. Alright. At this point... door over there. There we go. Okay.
I need to focus.
I think I cleared out everything here. So, oops. I need to get on the roof. I have not unleashed the shortcut yet. Let's find a way up.
We should focus all our processors on being ready for them. The Jedi won't last against us. I just need one good shot. Two, maybe. Two good shots. Intruder! I'm after the target. Opening fire. I can't get a clean shot. Keep pressuring the target.
Do better than that! Cannot lose another unit.
Go.
Well fought, but you are outmatched.
This is my tower. What do you want?
To offer you something. A proposal.
We've got company. Keep your heads down. I'll show you why I was promoted. Continue following protocol.
Kept hitting the pull button instead of the block. Oops. Alright. Cleared that. Have stuff available down there.
I'm gonna mess up any Jedi who comes anywhere near me.
Do as your programming and orders command. Nothing more.
Just wait. The Jedi is as good as dead.
Get that echo and
Initiating combat. hope he doesn't win.
Oh, was this door closed? I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
Wow. I'm looking.
Oh, whoops. Alright, that's done. Uh-huh. A little ways to go, but... No! Oh, I'm such an ass.
I need to focus.
Alright, Birdie, take me on the long ride. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh! He's pissed. Yeah.
Toss this.
Right.
Let's show this to Z.
Perfect. Excuse me while I borrow you. Where was I going with that? Over here somewhere? Okay, where'd the empty one go? Yeah, back there. Get over here. Where was that? Nice. Some health increase. Or could have used that during my fight with Bode. That's okay. Open up. Yep, alright. Looks like there's more interesting stuff here to the left. Looks like I want to take you to the right. What would that be exactly? Right. Uh-oh. That didn't work. I'm feeling confident about this. Frick. Still here. And what do we do? Up, over. Right. Oh yes, I remember this now.
I missed. Unexpected speed.
Yep, and that does happen. Okay. What exactly? So that maybe? Right, it doesn't last very long. I remember now. Get it. I'll put that away. fog on? Not quite, I guess. Yeah. What's up with that? Another chamber in there. Yeah. Do anything different? Well, that's a mystery. Alright, where should we go next? That. Right? We can figure out a way there. That's one way. Take a bird. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, come on. Weird, I can't place a beacon. Birdie, can you get me over there? I have my doubts. Yep. You hit one of these updrafts. Come on. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. Or not. Yeah. Now that the boss is beaten, it is. To find the right bird I need to get over there. Just to the right up. Oh, crap, this guy again. I'm not dealing with you. Nope. You don't exist right now. Yeah, exactly. Well, and I have ran into one more boss, but I took care of him, so. Alright. Come around here. This one. This one. There we go. Still a little high. If I drop down from here, I'm gonna die.
Stay safe, you hear?
Go, you. Oh. Yeah, they weren't too bad. Yeah, I still have a couple of bounty hunters on my list. Oh, I don't want to go there. Don't want to go there.
All you,
Yes,
BD.
yeah. Calm down, BD.
Just what we need.
Alright. Okay. Next. Oh, let's just get over to the... Let's just get over here. Alright. Interesting. Untamed Downs. What is that? Oh, come on, nope. Open path. Look like an open path to anybody?
Look what we found.
Bad Scuba's not over here. Would have added one more of the fish to my list.
Good find, BD.
So obviously, some way to get across. Oh, okay. That works.
Good job, BD.
Oh, that's the only way. Oh, holy crap! Shit! Ice and Chill just went right out the window. Okay. Ooh. You guys. Oh, no, wrong one.
We'll fight together.
Yeah. Get them to beat each other up first, and then I'll handle what's left.
Sounds like it was pretty crowded down here.
That's an understatement.
Let's fight together.
How the hell do I get out of here? Grab onto that, maybe? Yes. Okay. Oh wait, no, I don't want to go back there. I want to just hang out here for a second. Okay. I do have to go that way, but... Oh, hey, look at that. Alright. Discovered that. Let's head over... Fort Colin. Dang it. Holes are so sensitive.
Let's take a look.
Interesting. Whoa.
I'm not down yet.
Someone's here. I'm on you. Unit disassemble. I can win this.
One up there I need to get to first.
It's locked down.
There we go. Party time.
Someone's here. Come here and fight us. Stop getting destroyed.
Oh! 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 That's freaking brutal.
Possible intrusion detected.
Kill the intruder. Oh, grenade! Get it! This will be easy. That's a
No. Oh, come on.
I need something, buddy.
Hey, Mando, nice, that's going pretty good, thanks. How about you? You got back into Starfield yet?
Hello. Get after us. Attacking the target. Change position. Grenade prime. We've got company. I'm on it. Victory is...
Yep. It will be PUBG tonight. Big bird. Yeah, I know. I keep dying down there. Damn it! It just keeps stacking red attack.
Another sim. Right here, bud.
Really need some space to work that thing out.
Oh, you're so dead. I'm firing now. Hey, this thing is live. Focus on the enemy.
I need one. BD, stim.
Go! Gotta go, gotta go.
I need something, buddy.
Oh, this is just pathetic. Yeah, I like that, Noble.
Do you think the Raiders would ever accept a droid?
What the heck? Come on.
Should not be here.
I'm firing. They're on the move. I will
Block more.
kill the intruder. I'm the commander here.
Hey, BD.
Come on, that's 3 reds in a
Right here,
row.
BD. Right here, buddy.
Oh, that's awesome, Mando. I'm glad for you.
B1 mobility objective. Discharging blast.
I just shot it.
Watch out! As ordered. Victory is mandatory. There, a grenade. Move up. I missed.
Damn, man. Okay, how about another grenade? Huh? Really would have been happy with a grenade right there. Damn it.
Initiating combat. Take him out. Don't let him get away. That's not good at all. We need to find these.
Need an assist. Hey, BD1. I'm hit.
Okay, this is getting annoying. Yeah, no kidding.
Get the enemy, watch this. Don't get close to him. Target has solid defense.
All right. Gotta be a way to do this.
Help, BD.
This is some bullshit. Oh, Noble, good call, man. Good call.
Roger. We've got company. Watch yourself. Throwing a grenade.
I must embrace the darkness. I always forget that that's there.
The enemy is here.
Oh, got charged. Oh, crap. Well, I got further than I did the other times.
Hello. We've got company. I guess I'll go after him. Keep your head
Help me, BD.
Come on, block, dude, block.
Hey, BD. Hey, BD1!
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
I need something, buddy.
Jedi.
You will not get far.
Target spotted. I'll get you. Take this. You can't block them all, right? Right? Uh-oh.
All right.
Buddy, help me.
Oh. Now, what for me, standard edition is 58. I'm getting the luck. That's like a wow.
You approach slowly. I will catch you.
Yeah, game prices are just going crazy.
You cannot.
Get the enemy, blockhead. Don't get me. Can't run from me. He's scared of us. Just a couple more.
Yeah, they are. It's one area where the American currency sucks is when converting to pounds. How do I defeat the damn tongue? Whew. Yeah, prices have really gotten insane. It's a mess. And there's no legitimate reason for it either. That's the really infuriating part. Yeah, we always hope that the next game is going to be a great one, but oh man, I got 2 of those guys up there. That's going to be interesting later.
We're gonna take you out.
Okay. I can do this. Oh, you guys are just itching to play, aren't you? Three unblockable attacks in a row. Oh, screw it.
Switch out. You can't escape us. Continue following protocol. Watch for incoming fire.
My block meter refill. All right, I can do this. I can do this.
You are a serious threat. I will get him. Get up here. Solo tactics.
Yeah, you do that. Oh, damn it.
BD, here. Need an assist.
Blah.
Why are the raiders always engaged? We're facing the enemy. Target spotted. Watch this shot.
BD1!
From what I understand, no, nobody plays Battlefront anymore. Which I wish I'd really known that before I bought it. I bought Battlefront 1 and 2. In Steam, it says that they have, you know, single player mode. And so I was like, okay, I'll buy that and stream it. There's no single player. You can do missions as, you know, as one person, but there's like no campaign or anything like that.
I'm on it. Change positions. Reflecting shot. Oh, that's not good at all.
How about you guys soften that thing up for me? Oh, wrong button. Ugh.
Take him out. Let's get him. Enemy is defending. I guess I'll go after him. Here it comes. Friendly unit down.
Oh, you know, I forgot I could just turn my blaster stance on. That, and then maybe I can just mow that thing down from up here. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, it's right there. Come on. Over into the light. Oh, screw it. Go. No. Come on, back it up. No, like I'll do the dark, you know, embrace the dark side thing, but that only gets me like 2 hits on him.
Freeze!
No matter where I jump, the tongue gets me.
That is affirmative.
That it? Kill the intruder. I guess I'll go after it. Someone else get him. Bring the unit down. I am initiating it correctly. What is this?
I need something, buddy.
PUBG time yet.
Commander, we got the enemy. Lock in. Get in there. You're going down. Target is airborne. Take them. Watch this shot.
Oh, I missed my...
I'm hit. Up here.
Freaking tongue! I'm glad it's entertaining, Mando. If nothing else, it should at least be entertaining.
Oh, you're so dead. Come here and fight us.
Oh yeah, peanut butter on my controller. That's embarrassing. Just when I thought I was done with this stuff.
What did you do?
Whoa! Time to shoot. Get back here, coward. Facing the enemy. You won't get me.
One last time.
Kill the intruder. Head down. Watch this shot. Hey, who are you? I'll catch you. Put me down.
Happy to.
Help me.
Alright, well, to hell with this. I'm switching over to PUBG now. Oh, man. It's the multiple unblockable attacks in a row that make it just freaking brutal. Alright, well, thank you for watching Star Wars Jedi Survivor here. Since I finished up the main storyline, it's doubtful that I'll do any more streams with it. Excuse me. So I will probably be starting on Halo tomorrow. And work through, what is there, like 4 versions of it, or 4 in the Halo series now. So starting with the original and going forward. I'm going to switch over to some PUBG now. If that's not your thing, I completely understand. And thanks again for watching Jedi Survivor. Nevertheless, I do hope that you will join me for some PUBG. It can be quite a bit of fun. I'm going to get that switched over here. So give me a couple minutes. Put some music on here in the meantime. All right, let's see here. What do we want to go with? Well, break beat. I have no idea what that is. Let's give that a shot.